Now, following President Trump's disastrous meeting with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, the Donald reportedly had a little bit of a meltdown. Not shocking, of course, since he actually made Pelosi and Schumer look both strong and smart. Look, again, low bar, right? Almost anybody looks really smart and really strong next to President Trump. But again, Chuck Schumer, probably one of the weakest, feckless Democrats in the Senate, who was somehow Senate Minority Leader. I know, laugh along with me. But look, we know why he's Senate Leader. Because he raises a lot of money from corporations. The same thing with Nancy Pelosi, but at least Nancy Pelosi can at least sound tough and talk tough. In fact, her comment after this meeting was pretty good. Anyway, so let's go to an article here in the LA Times. Let's find out what happened after this meeting with President Trump. Now, this is LA Times White House correspondent Eli Stokols, who reported on Tuesday that President Trump had stormed out of the Oval Office after his meeting with Democratic leaders. Now, he was holding a folder full of papers and reportedly just threw it. Quote, he stormed out of the Oval, walked into an anteroom just off Oval Office, had in his hand a folder of briefing papers, which of course he likely did not read, because Donald Trump does not read briefing papers. And he just, quote, scattered them out of frustration, threw them across the room. Oh, is President having a sad? Does he need a timeout? A little bit of a safe space? Have a little tantrum? Now, look, let me remind you, by the way, of why he's so upset. Because I want to show you this gigantic self-own that he did yesterday. Watch.
I think we can agree on is we shouldn't shut down the government over a dispute. And you want to shut it down. You keep talking about it.
The last time, Chuck, you shut it down.
No.
And then you opened it up very quickly. And
20 times.
I don't want to do what you did.
20 times you have called for, I will shut down the government if I don't get my wool. None of us have said it.
You want to know something?
You've said it.
Okay, you want to put that on my...
You've said it.
I'll take it.
Okay, good.
You know what I'll say? Yes. If we don't get what we want, one way or the other, whether it's through you, through a military, through anything you want to call, I will shut down the government.
Okay,
absolutely.
fair enough.
And
We
I am
disagree.
proud, and I'll
We
tell you
disagree.
what, I am proud to shut down the government for border security, Chuck, because the people of this country don't want criminals and people that have lots of problems and drugs pouring into our country. So I will take the mantle. I will be the one to shut it down. I'm not going to blame you for it. The last time you shut it down, it didn't work. I will take the mantle of shutting down. And I'm going to shut it down for border
But we
security.
believe you shouldn't shut it down.
Thank you very much, everybody.
I'll take credit for it. You know, an extremely unpopular shutdown. And earlier in there, of course, Schumer actually got him pretty good with, oh, you bragging about winning red states is not a good sign. Another brilliant own, of course. Low bar, like I said, low bar when Chuck Schumer gets the better of you. In fact, that's what President Trump is actually really angry about. Now, before I get to that, though, Republicans, I gave you the Republican response to that, and it was hilarious. For example, you had John Thune throwing his hands up in defeat because he's just said, I'm going to own a very unpopular government shutdown over a stupid border wall that nobody wants. Well, congratulations, President Moron. This is your very stable genius who just had a gigantic meltdown like a toddler who didn't get his way. Now, again, the most frustrating thing here wasn't Nancy Pelosi. It was Chuck Schumer. He said, this is according to Stokols, his old New York sparring buddy, he felt, got the better of him. You know, when Chuck Schumer gets the better of you, you might as well quit politics forever. Because you know what? There ain't no recovering from that one. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know how I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.